بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا له الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام والتحية والإكرام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيب إله العالمين سيدنا ونبينا وحبيب قلوبنا وطبيب نفوسنا وشفيع ذنوبنا ومولانا أبي القاسم مصطفى محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا ولعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين أما بعد قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن أحب الخلائق إلى الله عز وجل شاب جعل شبابه وجماله لله وفي طاعة الله ذلك الذي يباهي به الرحمن ملائكة يقول هذا عبدي حقا صدق رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم صلوات عظم الله أجورنا وأجوركم بمصابنا بإمام الحسن المجتبى عليه الصلاة والسلام. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give me and you his best rewards for commemorating the shahadat of our second Imam, the one who is Syed Shabab Ahlil Jannah, the Imam which was alone, the Imam which was Mazloom. There are two riwayat and traditions about the shahadat of Imam alayhi salam. One tradition says that Imam alayhi salam was martyred on 7th Safar, and tonight is the night of 7th Safar. Another tradition says it was 28th of Safar, the day which is the wafat of the Holy Prophet, but the year is of course different. The Holy Prophet died in the year 11 after Hijrah, and Imam alayhi salam was martyred in the year 50 after Hijrah. There is no difference in the year in which Imam alayhi salam was martyred, but when it comes to the date of Safar, some traditions, some Mu'arrikhin historians says that it was 7th and another is 28th. So we are gathered here to commemorate the Shahada of our second Imam alayhi salam. And I would like to talk about some of the challenges which our youth face in this day and age, in this time, and especially the youth which live in this part of the world where we are sitting today in the Western countries. Although many people have addressed this issue, but as it is a very important issue, we need to talk about it a lot in our majalises and try to find out some good results from our talking, and also try to give some guidance to our youth how to spend an Islamic and noble life. This is just a suggestion. Maybe some people will have difference of opinion, which is fine. The youth also have a difference of opinion. Sometimes we see that the youth are not here, so why we are addressing those which are not present in the majlis? Well, if they are not here, not all of them, some are here, some are not here, still that is fine, because the parents also has responsibility when it comes to raising and upbringing of the children. So if the parents are listening and the respected mothers are also listening, they should talk to the youth And they should also, it will be also helpful for the parents to guide their children about the challenges which they face and how we can overcome these challenges. So I recited one hadith from the Holy Prophet after the khutbah in Arabic. And in this hadith, the translation of the hadith is, the Holy Prophet is reported to have said, the hadith is in Kanzul Umal, which is a famous book of hadith. Kanzul Umal is one of the famous books of the traditions and ahadith, where it is reported that the Holy Prophet said, Inna ahabbal khala'ik ilallahi azawajjal shabun ja'ala shababihi wa jamalihi lillah wa fi ta'atillah. Surely the most beloved of the creatures of Allah is the youth who spends his time in the obedience of Allah alone. A youth who spends his time in the obedience of Allah, in ta'atullah, he is very near to Allah. Ahabbul khala'ik. Khala'ik means those things which are created by Allah. We are all khala'ik. But the best among the creation of Allah is the youth who spend his time in the obedience of Allah alone. And for this youth, ذَلِكَ الَّذِي يُبَاهِي بِهِ الرَّحْمَنِ, Allah boasts to the angels and says, يَقُولْ هَذَا عَبْدِ حَقًّا, this is truly my servant. This is truly my servant. He is youth. He is shab, but instead of wasting his time here and there, he is spending his time in the obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I have another hadith also here, and that is from the Imam whose shahadat we are commemorating tonight, Imam Hasan Mujtaba alayhi salatu wasalam. This hadith is in Biharul Anwar, which is again a famous book written by Allama Majlisi in volume number 2, and page number is 152 in Biharul Anwar. Imam alayhi salam is reported to have said, Innakum sigara qawmin wa yushaka an takuna kibara qawmin akhirin. فَتَعَلَّمُوا الْعِلْمِ فَمَنْ لَمْ يَسْتَطِعْ مِنْكُمْ أَنْ يَحْفَظَهُ فَلْيَكْتُبْهُ وَيَضَعْهُ فِي بَيْتِهِ. Imam alayhi salam says, surely today you are the youth of the nation. Now this hadith is for the youth. He says, today you are youth, you are young, and you are the youth of the nation, and tomorrow you will be the leader of the community. These youth, why we are addressing the youth? Because today they are youth, but tomorrow they will take over from us. We might not be here. And they will come and replace us. Tomorrow you will be the leader of the community. Thus, seek knowledge. For leadership, knowledge is very important. If you want to lead a society, if you want to lead a community, you must have a knowledge. A person who is ignorant, jahil, he cannot lead a community. Seek knowledge. If you are not able to memorize it, then all that you have learned, you cannot able to memorize it, then you must write it down and preserve it, so that you can refer to it later on when you need it. When you learn something, Imam alayhi salam says, write it down. Why? Because a person cannot memorize everything. So if you cannot memorize it, then write it down and put it with you in a file in your house or somewhere else, so that tomorrow you can refer to it when you need that. This is very important. That a person, when he learned something, he should write it down. Maybe other people can take benefit from your writings in future. The challenges which our youth face. In the last part of Masaib, I will talk about what happened and what are the Masaib of Imam alayhi salam. But in the first part, I would like to mention some of the challenges which our youth have. And I have recorded here 5 challenges which our youth have nowadays. Number 1 is goal of life. This is a challenge for the youth today to know what is the goal of life. We call maqsadul hayat. That is zindagi ka maqsad. What is the goal of life? Why you are here, why you were born, and what you are going to do, how you are going to spend your life. And one thing which will be asked on the Day of Judgment will be about how you spend your time, how you were youth, how you spend your time when you were youth. This is a question which will be asked. So the first challenge is to know what is the goal of life. Today's youth, I'm not talking about everyone, just this is a general talk, a general discussion. Maybe exceptions are always there. We say in Arabic, ma min amin illa waqad khus. Khususiyat, ikhtisas is always there. So this is a general talk. Most of the people you see, if you ask them what is the goal of life, what is the real aim of life, some will not be able to give you the answer. Some will say, I don't know. Recently I was reading in one of the magazine, a Norwegian youth was asked by someone that, can you tell me what is the goal of your life? When this question was asked from him, that youth became very surprised, astonished, and he started thinking. He says, no one asked me this question before. I never thought about it. There are many people who haven't thought on this question, that what is the goal of life? I never thought about it. Nobody asked me this question before. And when this question was asked from him, he was surprised to see that yes, some people might think that the goal of the life is to eat, drink, and enjoy. Eat, drink, and be happy. Is this the goal of life? Many people will say yes. But according to the Islamic teachings, this is not the goal of life. This is not for you, for which you were created. This is not for which you were sent here in this world. And in this connection, if you refer to the Holy Quran says that what should be the goal of life? Like in one verse, which is in chapter number 2, Al-Baqarah, in verse number 30, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Inni ja'ilun fil ardi khalifa. We are making a khalifa, a vicegerent khalifa of Allah on the earth. So this is the goal of life, that you are Khalifatullah. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Adam alayhi salam, and he was sent to the world. So the goal of making Adam, we are the children of Adam, was to make a Khalifatullah. Many youth are not aware about this, that we are Khalifatullah. And then the Holy Quran in another place, which is a famous verse which you have heard many times, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. We have not created jinn and human beings, but for ibadah. This is the goal of life. Ibadah is not only Som and Salat, but the circle of ibadah is very big, very large. And another place, Quran says, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ تَزَكَّى. The person who does tazkiyatun nafs, who controls his carnal desires, aflaha, is successful. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the beginning of Surah Al-Mulk, where Allah says that الَّذِي خَلَقَ الْمَوْتَ وَالْحَيَاةَ لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ أَيُّكُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا. Why Allah has created death, why Allah has created life, why we were created, what is the goal of life? لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ أَيُّكُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا. So that Allah wants to see that among you who is the one whose deeds are good, whose deeds are best. So this is the first challenge for our youth, where he should know about the goal of life. Number 2, the second challenge. Today's youth is far from Quran and Ahlul Bayt. Again, I'm saying this is a general talk, not every youth. I'm talking about what I have seen in this part of the world. They know nothing about revelation. So what is their thought about Quran and Wahi and Hadith? They say it is just a formality. It's good to recite Quran. It's good to have Quran with you. And it is also good to listen to the Hadith of the Aimma and Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. But Holy Quran is only for the reading purposes, or for gaining some reward and thawab. This is the idea. But Holy Quran is not only for thawab and not only for reading. But Holy Quran has a complete way of life. Holy Quran is something which gives solution to all the questions. So when it comes to the Holy Quran, most of the youth will say that Holy Quran is not going to solve our problems, or the hadiths are good to listen, but they are not something to address the modern challenges. You ask the youth, they will say Holy Quran and hadith cannot give answer to the modern challenges which we are facing nowadays. When it comes to science, they say, oh, there is nothing about the modern challenges which we have in the Holy Quran and Hadith. And I heard from the youth, even when they talk about Maraji, they say, oh, our Maraji, they know about genetics. Our Maraji, they know about DNA. The Maraji, are they aware about? And same is the case in the Hadith and the Quran. When it comes to the Hadith and Quran, they say it is formal. Good for recitation to have some thawab, but not something which will answer your questions, or something which is giving answers to our challenges which we are facing. When it comes to Quran and Hadith, the youth says that yes, it tells us about halal and haram. The Quran and Hadith tells us about those things which are halal, these are haram, do ibadat like this and that. It has rules of inheritance, it has rules of fasting, it has rules for salat. But actually Quran is the book which distinguishes between haq and batil. Quran tells us which side is haq, what is haq and what is batil. So take Quran and Hadith in this sense, which unfortunately our youth are not taking it in this sense. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Third challenge which our youth face nowadays is about career selection. It is not clear for them what career they should have and how they should select their career. And this is very important. We need to guide them, the parents, the elders need to have seminars. Nowadays, when I go to visit different jamaats, I talk to the youth and I talk some of the youth coordinators and I tell them that you must have a seminar about the career selection and talk to the youth, advise them. For them it is not clear. I ask some of the youth, what do you want to be tomorrow? So, he is not sure. Some of the youth are Sure, they say, I know what I am going to do. But most of them, I don't know. Not yet decided. And some of them take a career and then they change it at the end. When he is near to complete his degree, his mind is changed. He say, oh no, I don't want to do that. And then from again he has to study something else, or he has to select another career. This is a question which is very relevant. When we talk in our Islamic teachings, we say, oh, acquire knowledge. Knowledge is very important, but then the question comes, which knowledge? So the ulama says that when it comes to the knowledge acquire, have that knowledge which the society needs. It's not necessary that you should go for the religious knowledge or something which you are comfortable with and also with which you can serve the society, the community, that knowledge, with which you can do something for your community. Have that knowledge. And that's why when we look in our books of ahadith, like Kutub Arba'a, which are famous books of ahadith, 4 books, which has, mashallah, lots of ahadith, thousands and thousands of ahadith. Only Al-Kafi has 16,159 ahadith. Only one book, Al-Kafi, which is more than, if you just collect all the ahadith from the ISIA Sitta, which are the 6 books of our Sunni Muslim brothers. So if you collect all the ahadith and those which are repeated, you drop those ahadith, delete those ahadith which are repeated. One book, Al-Kafi, has more ahadith from all the 6 books of Sunnis, which is ISIA Sitta. I said Al-Kafi has 16,159 ahadith. But when you go and look into these ahadith, same is the case with the other 3 books, you will find that there are few ahadith about science and technology. Most of the ahadith are about aqaid, beliefs. Why? Because Islam focuses on making a good human being, not a good doctor or a good engineer. It doesn't mean that a person should not be a good doctor or a good engineer. No, this is good. Always, it is always good. A person should have all kind of knowledges. Even the Holy Prophet, once when he entered into the mosque, he saw some people were discussing some issues. Another were busy in their prayers. Some were reciting Quran. The Holy Prophet saw here and there. He went towards that group who were discussing issues, that they were have dialogue and they were discussing some of the questions of halal and haram. So the Holy Prophet, when someone asked, why you did not join those who were praying? Why you did not join those who were reciting Quran? The Holy Prophet said, because this is more important. To have discussion, to learn. Learning is more important. So, and the Holy Prophet also said that what to learn. The Holy Prophet says, learn those things which has some benefit. In another tradition, we read in the books that once some people were discussing some discussion dialogue. The Holy Prophet went there, it's another occasion, and he asked, what you people are discussing? They say, oh, we are discussing about the family trees of the Arabs. Shajarai Nasab of the Arabs. From where they came, what they did, and who was the best sha'ir, poet among the Arabs. The Holy Prophet said, don't discuss those things which has no value, which has no benefit. What does it going to benefit you if you discuss that my grandfather was this and that and that? What benefit it has? What benefit it has for you if you are discussing about ilmul ansab? It's good to have knowledge about nasab, ansab, the family trees, but it's not going to benefit you. The thing which benefits you, acquire that. Go and learn those things which benefit you and the society and the community. So this is very important, that the person should have his career, he should have guidance, guide them which career he should go for. Kutub arba'a, thousands of ahadith, but only few about science and technology. It doesn't mean that science and technology is not important. If there was no science and technology, if there was no light, we would not be able to have these kinds of programs. These are important for sure. But Islam thinks that more important or most important is that when the person has a good human nature, a good human being, a practicing Muslim, a person with the solid beliefs, the person with the good and noble beliefs. So that's why most of the hadith from Masumin alayhi salam is about how to be a good person. After that, go and have research, go and learn science, technology, which is also very necessary for the society and community. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Number 4. A challenge for our youth is that they don't have proper learning and training. That is ta'aleem wa tarbiyah. Lack of proper Islamic upbringing or lack of proper Islamic education and training. We have given this something which is secondary. Primary thing is for us is the world and those things which we need in the world. When it comes to akhirah, when it comes to the about religion, then we give it a secondary status. While it is obligatory on the parents, and this is from the ahadith, to teach your religion about those things which they need in spending a good life. For example, it's obligatory on me to teach my children the Holy Quran from the hadith. Hadith of the Commander of Faithful, hadith from the Holy Prophet. And then it is also obligatory on me to give my children send him to the good school where he can learn many things. But something which is clearly obligatory and wajib on the parents is to teach him Holy Quran, to teach him good manners, teach him how to practice his wajibat. If I'm not going to teach my child how to do ghusl janabat, and I'm not ready to send him to the Sunday school, then from where my child, boy or girl, will know how to do ghusl janabat, which is obligatory? It is obligatory that a person should have his ghusl janaba in order to do his salat, in order to fast, in order to recite Quran. Even in order to go and sit in the mosque, he needs to be in the state of tahara. And he doesn't know, and I haven't taught him. This is very important and a challenge for our youth to know those ahkam. That's why Maraji says in the Tawzi al-Masail that those ahkam which a person comes or those ahkam which he needs on the day-to-day life, it is obligatory to learn. It is obligatory on me to learn how to do ghusl janaba. Why? Because I come across this issue and I have to learn it. That's why it is very important that a person should know those things which he knows on the daily basis. And in some of the tradition it says that yatim is not the one who lost his parents, but orphan. Yatim is the one whose parents are busy and they have no time for their children. That child is yatim. The parents are so busy that they have no time for their children. That is an orphan, not the one who lost his parents. And the last one, the fifth one, although there are many, but because of the time I just want to conclude it. Another challenge which our youth has, and this is also one of the important challenges, is selection of a life partner. To have a proper matchmaking. Some parents, when they have young children, they don't think about this. They say, oh, okay, we will see. But the time is running. The time is going to come that you will come across this issue. So prepare for it from right now. Don't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow I will see. As some people, when you ask them, is Hajj obligatory on you? Yes, Hajj is obligatory on me. But not now, after 5 years, after 10 years. What does it mean? If it is obligatory on you, do it now. Why you are waiting for another 5 years or 10 years? Same is the case. The time is come that the time is coming that you will be helping your children for matchmaking, and just start your preparation from now, because this is something which is a big challenge. Why? Because nowadays the youth are very picky in this matter. In our time, olden times, it was easy. Whatever the parents decide, the children say, okay, yes. But now, no. Especially here. It's a challenge, and they are moody, they are picky. They say, oh, we need to see this type of person. That one, oh parents, which you are looking for is not my type. Is not the one which I'm talking from boys and girls, from both the sides. And this is a challenge. From where you are going to bring a proper match. Alhamdulillah, our Khoja Jamaat has done a good job. They have make a committee, a subcommittee, which says matchmaking, Khoja matchmaking. Others also have, not only the Khojas, others also have. This is good. It helps. It helps. But again, it is a challenge, and it's not easy. I don't want to give you the figure of divorce in the community. I don't want to go to that, but I don't want that the others should listen to it and become happy. I don't want to make my enemy happy. That's why. But I'm telling you, this is alarming. And that is because the proper matchmaking was not performed. Selection of the life partner was not done in the proper way. We don't want to end up with divorce, which is very serious. Selection of the life partner is a challenge for our youth, and the parents has to play the role. Islam has given that role to them. A girl who is virgin cannot marry without the consent of the father. So make it clear for the children. Why? Because why Islam says the consent of the father is important? Because the age of the youth is something where they cannot do a proper selection. They say we are smarter than you. If you talk to them, say we know better than you. Yes, we believe that, yes, mashallah, you are smarter than us. But then there is emotions. You are smarter because you have attended university, good university. The parents, no. They did not went to a university, but they have experience. Experience also counts. And the experience of the parents says that don't take this decision putting something in your mind of the love or emotions or why? Because it is very easy nowadays to scam others, and this is also, it's very common here. That's why Islam has a very the ahkam in Islam about nikah is in detail. Ulama has written many details in it. There is a book in every Tawzil Masal which is called Kitabun Nikah, where it is said that how it should be. We look temporary things. Islam says don't look towards the temporary things. Beauty is something which is temporary. 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years maximum. Then it vanishes. Wealth is also something which is temporary. Today it is with you, tomorrow maybe it's not with you. But those things which are permanent in selection of a life partner, that is Iman, that is taqwa, that is ikhlas, sincerity, God-fearing, and the character, the belief, the iman of the person, to look how is his approach or her approach, the kindness, the honesty. These are the qualities which are permanent qualities. So in selecting a life partner, look towards those qualities which are permanent. Don't go for the qualities which are temporary. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Imam Hasan alayhi salam is the Imam which was left alone. Some people say why he signed the peace treaty. Because the people, they did not left any option for him. And in order to, he himself says, when he was asked why you signed the peace treaty, he says, in order to give you relief, Muslims, to you, for you I have signed the peace treaty. But some of the people, they don't understand Imam Hasan alayhi salam, his mazlumiyah, how innocent Imam alayhi salam was. And this is what is the biggest masa'ib of Imam Hasan Mujtaba alayhi salam, that the people were not understanding him. Even his own wife, Ju'da, was against him. And then a conspiracy which was made by the ruler of Sham to kill and martyr Imam Hasan alayhi salam. And according to this conspiracy, they gave him poison. We call Imam-e Masmoom, the Imam which was given poison. When the poison was given to Imam alayhi salam, and that poison was a kind of poison which was very hard, that is very effective. It started, the effect of the poison was so much that it cut the liver of Imam alayhi salam into pieces. Allahu Akbar. The Imam's liver was cut into pieces. Imam Hussain alayhi salam was there near his brother. Imam Hasan Mujtaba says, my brother Hussain, bring something so that I can vomit and throw the pieces which are cut inside my body. And that time was the time when Imam Hussain alayhi salam, when he brought a dish, and when Imam alayhi salam threw things from his sacred mouth, the pieces of liver came out from the mouth. And those pieces of liver was also seen by Hazrat Zainab salamullahi alayha. Look at the qalb and the heart of Zainab alayha salam, Ummul Masaib. What Masaib she had seen. Year 50 after Hijrah, she saw the pieces of liver of Imam Hasan Mujtaba. And 10 years after that, 60 after Hijrah, Sayyidah Zainab Salamullah alayha saw shimmer sitting on the sacred chest of Abu Abdullah al-Hussain. When the time of Shahadat comes, Imam Hasan Mujtaba alayhi salam knows that he is not going to live more. He started crying. Someone asked him, Ya Aba Muhammad, O Imam Hasan Mujtaba, why you are crying? He says, I am crying because I am leaving the friends like you, because I am departing from you. But when he saw Abu Abdullah al-Hussain, Imam Hasan Mujtaba alayhi salam started crying with a loud voice. Imam Hussain says, Brother Hassan, why are you crying so much? Why are you crying with such a loud voice? He says, Brother Hussain, I am crying for you. La yawma ka yawmika ya Aba Abdullah. The day which is coming for you, the day of Ashura, Brother Hussain, that will be very hard day. That will be very hard day for you and for the Ahlul Bayt. I am crying for you and for that day which is the day of Ashura. Imam Hasan alayhi salam wrote his wasiyah. He told Imam Hussain alayhi salam, Brother Hussain, if possible, bury me near my grandfather, near the grave of my grandfather Rasulullah. And if it is not possible, then don't fight, just bury me in Jannatul Baqi. Imam Hussain alayhi salam, after the death and shahadat of Imam Hasan al-Mujtaba, Imam Hussain alayhi salam prepares the coffin, and he gathered the Ahlul Bayt and said, let's bury Imam Hasan al-Mujtaba beside the grave of the Rasul Khuda, Rasulullah. When the janaza was taken out from the home and was going towards the grave of Rasulullah, some Muslims came out and they said, we are not going to allow you to bury Hassan near grandfather. Imam Hussain alayhi salam tried to convince them, but they started throwing arrows toward the janaza of Imam Hassan. Allahu Akbar. Janaza of Imam Hasan alayhi salam was brought again to the house. Imam Hussain and Sayyida Zainab are starting removing the arrows from the janaza of Imam Hasan Mujtaba. Some say 70 arrows were taken out from the janaza. Imam Hussain buried his brother Imam Hasan in Jannatul Baqi. Let's do salam to Imam Hasan Mujtaba, because in Jannatul Baqi there is no dome on the grave of Imam Hasan alayhi salam. Imam Hasan was ghareeb when he was alive, and after his shahada, Imam Hasan Mujtaba alayhi salam is again ghareeb. Everywhere in Medina there is light, but no light on the grave of Imam Hasan alayhi salam. Allah lanatullahi alal qawm al-zalimin wa sayalamu alladhina zalamu ala Muhammad ayyamun qalibin yanqalibun la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-ali al-azim. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through Imam Hasan Mujtaba alayhi salam, whatever hajat we have, oh Allah, fulfill our hajat. Those who are ill, oh Allah, give them quick recovery. Oh Allah, all the Zaireen, those who are going for the ziyarat of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, oh Allah, make their journey safe and sound. Protect the Mu'mineen and Mu'minat and the followers of Ahlul Bayt from all kind of evils. Oh Allah, those who passed away, especially the marhumeen of those who are present here, oh Allah, shower your mercies on all our marhumeen. Oh Allah, make the Imam of our time happy from us. Oh Allah, send the Imam of our time as soon as possible and count us among his followers and friends. وَإِلَى الْأَرْوَاحِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَالْمُؤْمِنَاتِ رَحِمَ اللَّهُ مَنْ كَرَعَ سورة المباركة الفاتحة مع الصلوات.